right?
Yeah. Okay.
So if these are the specs that suit your playing style, this is the best way to get it. This is cheaper than a custom with the same specs.
Yes.
However, if you want something different, if you wanted a different top wood or a different fingerboard on this model, then a custom would be better because it would be more of what you're looking for. We are able to sell the standards and at a lower price because we choose certain specs and we don't deviate from them. This only comes this one way. The standard classic comes in two ways. You can get alder, rosewood, or ash maple in different colors. But other than that, we are only going to do those customizations. So it's not that the customs are better than the standards. It's just that there's more options available on the customs.
So what about the sound? First of all, I just wonder that the bolt-on and the sand neck makes different sounds.
Some people think they have different sounds. It's very dependent on the wood, so it's not a very obvious difference. We actually did an experiment about 3 years ago. We built 3 bases with these same blocks of wood. We used the same tree to make all 3 bases, and it was a bolt-on, a dovetail, and a neck through. And we tested. We put them all together, same pickup, same everything. We gave them to Matthew Garrison. He's actually right there on the wall behind you. And
I really love him.
He's great. He's one of the best. We gave him the bases and we asked him to record with them, record with all 3 and send us the tracks. And then we tested ourselves to see if we could hear the difference. And we think that what we heard was the dovetail. We thought that the neck through was a little bit more sustained, just a little bit. We thought the bolt-on was a little bit punchier, and the dovetail was somewhere in the middle. But when we had to guess, after hearing out the tracks, we were about 40 to 60% accurate. So it's not a very...
Even the Fodera people...
Even the Fodera people. Vinny was the most accurate. He was 60% accurate.
60% is the most... Oh my goodness.
So what we learned is that the difference in neck construction is much more to do with the way it feels. So on a neck on a bolt-on, this happens. On a set neck, you'll see on if you have a set neck, it's smoother. It's a smoother transition.
Yes.
And on a neck through, even smoother. Right? So for some people, that's worth it. That's a good reason to go with a neck through if you like to play.
Yes, definitely many people think and place so much importance on how they feel when they play.
It's very important. It's very important. The way a bass feels is just as important as the way it sounds. Because if it's not comfortable, you won't play it. That's why we try to make our necks. We use a very specific neck radius that's special for us to be very comfortable.
And is there any other advantages we can get from the sand neck?
From the standard neck?
Yes, the sand neck. Is there any other advantages we can get from the sand neck?
From the set neck?
Yes.
The advantage of the set neck is that it gives you the seamless transition of the neck through, but it's cheaper than a neck through. It's less expensive than doing a neck through. And we really developed it. Vinny developed this years ago because he liked the way it looked. He thought it was he had built some neck throughs and he knew how to do bolt-ons. He had an idea for a heel-less 2-piece body.
What about the neck through? What's the difference between neck through and the set leg?
So the neck through, on the neck through instrument, like the name sounds like, the neck wood, this piece of neck wood actually goes all the way through to the bottom.
Yes.
And in the back here, instead of having the neck wood come all the way out, we use a tone block. So the body is built in 3 pieces, and there's a really beautiful accent curve at the top. So
I usually saw something, this kind of accent.
Yeah.
So what is the function of that accent?
Aesthetic. To look good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Many people, in Korea, many people think that that's a kind of tone block.
Well, the tone block there's a tone block. Let me explain. So let me go grab a bass. I think we have one that I can show you. Okay.
Oh my goodness, I can get a lot of information here today.
Yeah, well, that's what you're here for, so that's good.
Okay.